Hello everyone, my name is Javin and this is my YouTube channel, and I am not joking with you, I am not kidding. The Pokemon games really were an integral part in teaching me how to read. That is right. This little atomic purple Game Boy and this cartridge of Pokemon Blue were actually very important in teaching me to read. Yes, young Javin, when he first received this console and this game at the ripe old age of 4 years old, couldn't read. It is a bit ironic that actually a Japanese game helped teach me English, isn't it? I don't know. Thought it was kind of funny. But yeah, when I received my very first Game Boy handheld console and my copy of Pokemon Blue, I was unable to read, and that frustrated me beyond belief as a young little one. I wanted to play these games so bad. It was the hype, it was the craze going on at the time, and I just couldn't understand the words. I didn't know how to play them. I mean, yes, they are pretty simple RPGs, but if you don't understand what the people are saying, what the moves are, what the Pokemon names are, all that kind of stuff, it makes it that much harder to play these games. That motivated young Javin to be able to understand and read. With a little bit of help, I was able to understand the names of items, Pokemon, locations, figure out what characters were telling me with the help of the games and the guidebooks. And that's the other thing I thought I would talk about today that you don't see talked about anymore, that was very important to Pokemon games and just games in general back in the late 90s and early 2000s, and that was guidebooks. And it's something that it's irrelevant today, essentially, because we have internet and we have all kinds of different free guides, and whatever walkthrough you need for the games you can just look up nowadays. But back when, Pokemon Blue, Red, Silver, Gold, all those games were out, you couldn't just go online and search up whatever you were trying to find online. It just wasn't there. You had to use guidebooks to get through these games if you got stuck or wanted to find different information that you weren't able to find on your own. Like information, like how different Pokemon evolve, if it takes a stone to evolve them, if they evolve by level, if they evolve at a different location, different things like that, you just couldn't find online. You had to use these guidebooks, and they had that information in them. They were great resources and tools, especially for young players. And they probably still do make these guidebooks. In fact, this is the last guidebook I ever bought, and as you can see, it's still sealed. I never opened it because I never needed to. And that's the thing, is with all the online access and different walkthroughs, different things on YouTube even, you can find pretty much any information or even more that is in these books online. And while that is all awesome, I almost miss these days of having to use these guidebooks to find the information that you are searching for. It provides almost a sense of accomplishment when you're able to search the guidebook, find the area that you are looking for, whatever it is, whatever information you were looking for, and then apply it to the games. It really provides a sense of accomplishment that you were able to find something yourself and figure it out. And I owned other guidebooks for almost every game I got at the time, and that's just something that, doesn't happen anymore. All these games, you needed a guidebook, especially if you were younger, to get through these games. If you got stuck in a spot or didn't understand what to do next, if you didn't have a guidebook, you were pretty much out of luck. But nowadays, even as some sort of adult, whatever I am, I still need to use guides many times when playing games. Even the Pokemon games sometimes, I'll have to use different guides, but now I just use the guides online because it's so much quicker than going through the books. If I get stuck in a certain area, or maybe I want a different Pokemon that I don't know where it's found at, I'll just look it up really quick on my phone and use it like that. And I think that's how most people do it nowadays. They don't use the guidebooks anymore. But even for the older games, when I go back and play the older games, I don't use the guidebooks anymore for those. It's still just easier to go and either watch someone's playthrough, see where they went, exactly how they do the things that they do, or just to find a guide online than it is to go back and look through those old guidebooks. It's just so more convenient now. But in a little ways, I think we are missing out. So yeah, that's pretty much the main stuff I wanted to talk about today. I thought it was just kind of a funny little story going way back with me and Pokemon, how the Pokemon games actually helped teach me to read along with the use of the guides. Learning all the different names of the Pokemon moves, the locations, understanding what the NPC characters were telling you and the hints they were giving you, different where to go, what items you might need to use. I can tell you right now, those guards in the original games that needed water to get past, that really did trip me up back in the day, and I do not think I would have gotten past that point in these games if I didn't have a guide. But yeah, essentially guidebooks nowadays are obsolete, talked about it, but you know, I don't need this anymore. I don't need to open it up even. There's no use. I can just find all the information online. I want to know what you guys think of guidebooks. Have you ever used any guidebooks? Did you use them back in the day? Do you still use guidebooks? Or do you just find everything that you need online? And also, do you have a fond memory of going through the guidebooks, finding the information, looking at the pictures like I do? Or did you hate looking through them? Did you hate having to go to a book to find the information you needed? I don't know. So tell me down in the comment section down below what you think of guidebooks. If you miss them, if you wish they were come back, if you like the way it is with the internet, I don't know.